spread the word to LA and New York.
Yeah, I mean,
This is actor-screenwriter Danny Strong giving his recount on Recount.
Is that 4 years, and not one of these is a movie I would go see. Wow, I would never go see one of these. If I saw a trailer for any one of these movies in the theater, I'd be rolling my eyes. It's very similar to the what are they looking for, right? So I said to myself, the next script I'm going to write is going to be something I want to see. And I don't care how commercial it is, I'm going to do it.
He's so motivating because his energy is so positive, and he really does share the ins and outs of the industry from his personal point of view. The struggles that he's been through, you could feel the drive that comes off of him, and that's incredibly inspiring for an actor.
I saw this play called Stuff Happens at the Mark Paper Forum, which was about the build-up to the Iraqi war, through all these different perspectives, and you know the audience was going insane during this play. They were screaming at the actors. They were screaming at each other in the audience because the play would represent different points of views on the Iraq War. So and the audience was mostly liberal, but there was some conservatives in the audience too. So it was just fantastic, you know?
I'm one of those myself. It's quite an honor, I think, to have someone come to Jacksonville. I was an extra in the movie Recount, and I've always wanted to kind of see what it was like to be an actor and see what else is involved in the theater. And I really enjoyed today's question and answer period, and hope that he will make it a future destination.
And within 60 seconds, the idea of Florida Recount popped into my head. Literally instantaneous for me making that decision. It was a definitive decision. I am going to write Stuff Happens, my version of that. Then instantly in my head, Florida Recount. And I knew nothing about the Florida Recount because I didn't follow it when it happened because I was so angry that I couldn't watch the television. Perhaps how some of you might have felt, and although even more so because you were here. Went and got in my car, started driving home, started driving faster because I was getting excited about this idea. Went online, found a few books. The books came in.
Had a call with the local company, Martini Shot Productions, and HBO had a photographer there and going around snapping shots. And 2 days later, Martini Shot called me and said, HBO wants you for Mrs. Lieberman look-alike, and I was just astounded, totally astounded.
So I put a pitch together. I sold it to HBO, which was my first sale. First dollar I ever made was selling a pitch, which a screenwriter who's not even in the guild, selling a pitch is almost unheard of, especially to HBO. But I was just so passionate and excited and really constructed something that they were really taken by. Wrote my first draft, turned the first draft in, and then 6 weeks later, the film was greenlit with Sidney Pollack attached to direct. You know, one of my heroes. A few months after that, I was in meetings with Sidney Pollack, and then he got sick with cancer and had to drop out. Jay Roach took over the next day, and we ended up with this all-star cast. And we shot the movie right here in Jacksonville. So
I think it's fabulous. I think it's awesome for the city of Jacksonville and production coming into Jacksonville. One of the wonderful things about it is Danny's a firm believer in the production crews that we have here. He's a firm believer in the talent that we have here especially. He knows that he can come to Jacksonville, he can find the talent that he needs, and they can do the job.
The point of all of that is that my life changed overnight, although it took 4 years in both careers to get to that point, but it changed when I made the decision to pursue my own passion and not to pursue what I thought people wanted. Because people, they don't know what they want, and when they do know what they want, they don't know what they want. And when you're trying to give someone what you think they want, you're not giving them your best self. You're giving them a compromised version of your own artistry and your own skills. So I just encourage all of you to pursue your own passion, to follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell says in Hero with a Thousand Faces. I think it's absolutely true that it's got to come from you. So